Welcome back to 11 Alive News. Polls in Georgia are still open for roughly 2.5 hours as the slate of candidates for this November's general election will be finalized.
Now, while turnout is historically low for runoffs, there is still plenty at stake tonight, and the candidates on today's ballot, they know that. Ariana Maniz with 11 Alive's political team explains.
We started the morning here at the Buckhead precinct, then traveled to voting locations in Clayton and DeKalb counties, where we saw very few voters show up to participate in today's runoff election. The few voters that we did speak to say while turnout for runoffs is historically low, showing up today was just as important as for any other race. Residents in Clayton and DeKalb counties in 3 Georgia congressional districts are heading to the polls to settle May's primary election.
Even though runoffs are oftentimes forgotten, I think it's really important that people get out and vote.
Sharon Goldmacher was one of a few voters we saw show up to vote right when the polls opened in DeKalb County for the runoff election for DeKalb CEO.
So I think we need a strong leader in that position who thinks about, all the constituents, not just one area, not just Decatur, and so I thought it was important to come out and vote.
Candidates Lorraine Cochran Johnson and Larry Johnson are vying to take over as CEO. Both point to their prior experience serving on the Board of Commissioners.
I deliver for DeKalb. Since being elected, I have written ordinances to keep us safe.
They want somebody who's been a leader at the national level, at the state level, who understands the nuts and bolts of county government.
It was also a slow start to voting in Clayton County, where a key race on the ballot for residents is a sheriff's race.
Have to have a good sheriff that's going to follow up on things because you live here in the county.
Incumbent Sheriff LaVon Allen and Clayton County Board of Commissioners Chairman Jeff Turner are competing to be the Democratic candidate for sheriff in November. Both say their priorities as candidates is to improve conditions, overcrowding, and staffing at the jail.
The dilapidation and the deterioration of the county jail is something that has to be brought to our attention. You can't sit on it and wait for years and years.
My opponent is in a position where he could have fixed it if that's what he wanted to do over the last 16 years, I believe, that he's been in place.
You have until 7 p.m. to vote. It's also important to note that for Election Day, you must vote at your assigned precinct. Reporting live from Buckhead, I'm Ariana Maniz for 11 Alive.